Good morning. I'm out on my favorite area to walk each morning, and this is where I come to reflect on a number of things. The things I want to reflect on today are about problem solving and our approach to problem solving. It doesn't matter what method you're using. So if you're into problem solving, which I think we all are, just listen to a couple of reflections here as I'm walking around and enjoying the scenery. I'll just show you some of the scenery in a moment. My name is Stephen Parry. I'm the director of the Sense and Adapt Academy. What we do is we consult and educate people on how to create adaptive organizations, mostly making people adaptive so that they can be more effective within organizations and continually change themselves and then change their organizations. We also do organizational design. One of the things that we come across all the time are preconceived ideas about problem solving methods. We often see these as method wars on LinkedIn and other places. And when I'm talking to potential change makers, these are people that are going around really digging deep and trying to change their organization to make them better places to work, getting willing contribution from people. It's this conversation about how do we collaborate to solve problems. And that collaboration happens on many levels, but on a personal level. One of the first things I say to change makers is, look, you have to reserve the right to be wrong. You can also change your mind in the light of new evidence. And that's a strength, not a weakness. And I think that is at the heart of a lot of the discord when it comes to trying to solve problems and create solutions, because we always want to be right. And you're trying to prove to other people how great you are at solving problems and then sticking to it as if that's the only solution and the best solution. And then you're committed to that, because being right all the time is not reasonable. The world is complex. It is far more complex than whatever's dreamt up in your head with your own biases and everything else. So problem solving is a group activity. Once you've started thinking about a problem, you have to start thinking about the different perspectives. And one of the most powerful systems that I've found actually comes out of the lean movement. I'm not attached to the lean movement per se, but I am attached to good problem solving methods. And this is called the A3 method. Now, I got into a little bit of an argument on LinkedIn the other day, how people were dogmatically saying you do this stage, you then come up with this hypothesis, you then go off and do this, then you test it, and then the problem solution pops out at stage 4. And I'm thinking, this is absolutely crazy. From my own work on A3s, I found that 87% of A3s change the problem definition by just going through step 1, because defining the problem is half the battle. And where the solution actually comes out with the A3 could be any of the steps. Why is that? Well, it's when you get insight, you may go through all the 8 steps and then find a piece of information that tells you you are wrong. Now, the beauty of the A3 process is that you've documented each stage of your decision making, so you can track back to where the error crept in, or you can explore where that landed, so you don't have to redo everything. And that's the beauty of it. But the beauty of the A3 is it records your thinking and your logic, and it's laid out on the paper. So it's not like you're making a business case. You're actually documenting your thought process, why you came to some conclusions and why you discounted others. So when you take this piece of paper and you're trying to solve a problem and you show this to somebody else, you have to have a lot of courage, because on this piece of paper are all your decisions, good and bad, and you've no idea which they are. So if you are stuck to being right all the time, A3 is not going to work for you. You'll probably go in a cupboard and use the A3 system and think that you can think about it on your own. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We are human beings. We are full of biases, assumptions, and a sense that we know a lot more than other people. That we don't. We don't. And the A3 teaches you how to think about problems. It records how you solve problems. It records where you went wrong. And the next time you do it, you remember the insights that you get from sharing with other people. Not being arrogant to think that you've solved it. There are always better problems, much better than the one you might have come up with. And the better problems are usually more elegant, easier to do, and actually last a long time. There's a lot of longevity and there's a lot of mud just here. So don't get stuck in the mud with trying to be right all the time. Just go out, include other people, even your manager, other departments, even your family sometimes. Say, look, am I getting this right? Does this sound reasonable, or am I jumping in doing something? Reflection, communication, and learning is the key to being able to solve problems, starting with the simple ones and ending up gaining the skills for really complex organizational problems, people problems, change problems. It takes a while to get there, but you have to learn. The thing you need to learn is you're never ever right until you found a solution after talking to other people. Bye for now.